Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 61, and today we are returning with a massive episode of our Lions as we take on Liverpool at the Den in the Premier League as the hunt for European football gets very, very interesting, and it's the first leg of our Europa League quarter-final against Benfica as well. Before we play the games though, Cheryl and Mill will be getting on off camera. And of course, in the last episode, you saw our victory over FC Cologne over 2 legs. First winning the first leg and then drawing the second leg, getting through on aggregate, plus sandwiched in between that, a big defeat away against our rivals West Ham by 3-2, which put us in a bit of a precarious position in the Premier League with them and Bournemouth creeping up behind us. I played 2 games off camera, both in the league, and our inconsistent run, I say inconsistent, our poor run of form continued. We started with a 1-1 draw against Everton, who at this point were in the relegation zone at the Den, and this was a very, very bad slip up. We needed to return to winning ways in this one. It was the winnable fixture, and we could only manage a draw. Henry Onyekuru gave the Toffees the lead 68 minutes in, and it's looking like we're going to lose to Everton for the first time in the series, but with 7 minutes to go, Julian Benka came off the bench to rescue us as our top scorer notched up his 14th of the season. I think it's 14, or maybe 15th of the season in all competitions, and our final game off camera was a 2-0 defeat away at Old Trafford against Manchester United. I played the 5-3-2 in this game, or started off playing the 5-3-2. We were soaking up pressure and doing okay in the first half, but a bit of an error from Petkovic in the first goal gave United the lead, and then with 10 minutes to go, they got their second goal in a much-deserved victory. There was nothing that Petkovic could do about that one. But there you go, so no wins in our last 2 games, just 1 point picked up from our last 6, and when you look at our run in the Premier League, we've only had 1 win in our last 6 Premier League games. Was it 5? No, 6 Premier League games, only 1 win in 7. No, sorry, no wins in our last 6 Premier League games, only 1 win in 7 in all competitions. We're on a really poor run of form right now, and whilst we do sit in 7th place, we're only just in 7th place, and with 6 games to go, well, it's not going to happen now. We're not going to make the ground up on Spurs, who are 10 points clear of us right now in 6th place. Those 2 positions are guaranteed for Europa League football. Last year, 7th was enough, but it might not be this season. So our first year in Europe might be our only year in Europe as things stand, and we're only 2 points clear of West Ham and 3 points clear of Bournemouth in 8th and 9th respectively as well. So it's not been great, and at the moment we're really, really struggling. But first game today is against Liverpool. Right now they sit in 4th place. They try and cement a top 4 position for this season, as we will hopefully return to winning ways after a barren run of form. Now, we're switching formations around this year in the league. Haven't really had a consistent one, but the 4-2-3-1 has been our more consistent one for the most part. I say consistent, our most used one. So I will stick with it, despite not playing well at the moment, and our normal instructions as well. And I don't know what right now is our best system to play, because we're not really playing with anything very well in the league. We're just not winning domestically. But so this will be our team for the game anyway, with Benfica on Thursday night. We've got Petkovic in goal, about for retirement, Maori, Ferencik and Ranieri, with Dobby and Koulibaly our CMs. Our attacking midfield trio, Louise on left, O'Reilly through the middle, and Clinton Webster is going to return for the first time since injury. He's got really poor match sharpness. His conditioning's not the best, but I mean, this is one of the big reasons why we're struggling so much. Ever since Webster went down, we've really, really struggled. No surprises there. He's the best player in the team. And Marek will lead the line despite a very consistent season for him up top. And on the bench, Lunin, Jordan, James Bree, the Dream, Menji, Redinaldo and Benka as well. So first game, it is Liverpool. We desperately need a win. Come on, you Lions. So first highlight comes 21 minutes in. It might well come to the Lions as well. Webster on the ball, back in the team, back to Koulibaly. Feeds it through to Matt O'Reilly. We really need a win, and a draw wouldn't be a bad result, but I feel, as Louise puts one into the side netting, I feel with a really tough run of fixtures to end the season off, our home games need to be the winnable ones. And as we take on Liverpool, yes, they're sitting in 4th place right now, but this needs to be a result where we put an end to the bad run of form. Good to get the first chance, still 0-0, but I don't think a draw is enough in this game. We need the 3 points. Well, the good news is, as the first half has come to its close, Liverpool are yet to get going, and a clean sheet would be a welcome sight since we've not had one of those in quite some time now. But it's not enough. I think we need the 3 points. A draw and a goalless draw against Liverpool sounds like a good result, just on paper. And again, ordinarily it would be. But I think with so much at stake as we come towards the close of the season, it's got to be a win. We need to get the 3 points. And this is a bit of a concern for us. Because right now you see Marek is on a 6.4. And I don't know what's happened with Marek. He's our club captain. I never like to take the captain off. But he just doesn't seem to perform on a consistent basis anymore. But I know every time I bash him and start talking about him in a negative way, he comes good and starts scoring again. So come on, Marek, sort it out. With 20 minutes to go, there is a highlight here, but sadly it looks like it will come to the visitors with Omre Chan on the ball, feeding it through to Ben Woodburn. And Woodburn, looking for space, plays it back to number 13, gives it him straight back. Woodburn now finds the space to shoot and finds the back of the net. And as Liverpool are going to jump up to second place in the table, our horrendous run of form domestically is set to continue. Woodburn plays a 1-2 with number 13, and he comes off the bench to surely win it for the Reds. They've barely had any chances in this game. They've taken the one they've got, drills it past Petkovic, so much power on that, and we're 1-0 down. I mean, we've won every game apart from one in Europe playing the 4-2-3-1, but I think domestically it's time for a change now. I think we've got to switch permanently to a new formation. I gave it a second chance, it was working well for a while, but now it's time for a complete change. So I think what we're going to do is go to a 4-2-4, push O'Reilly down and play deep line playmaker. We're going to bring on Julian Benka because we need him now. We'll swap those two roles around, have Kuchar playing as a complete forward, and we'll see if we can find a goal from somewhere. Menji on for Webster, who I want to play on Thursday night, and we'll make those two changes, and I think we'll also more direct passing, take off retain possession, stop playing out of defence, stop working the ball into the box, and we'll go with that. There's not long left, 18 minutes to go, and if we lose this game, back-to-back defeats, and no wins in 7 in the Premier League, I'll just say it right now, we'll be lucky to make 7th place, and that might not be enough anyway, but there could be a second yellow card for Ben Davies here. He's just tripped up Marek down our right-hand side, and he is indeed off as the Reds bring on Van Dijk for more defensive cover. So 15 minutes to go, they're down to 10 men. Can we take advantage? Well, we've gone for it in the final 5 minutes, or so I wanted to, switching to overload and switching our fullbacks up to play wing-back. But unfortunately, we're not going to create any chances, and as Lozano fires one wide, that is going to do it then. Another defeat in the Premier League. And I got to say, it's the European hangover. It happens so often. Clubs going to the Europa League, they don't play well domestically. It's happened to us right at the end of the season. I'm going to get aggressive and say I'm far from pleased with the result. We fired everyone up because we just can't get it sorted in the Premier League right now. It's another game where we've lost. As Spurs won earlier against Burnley, so there's no way now. We're 10 points behind with 5 games to go. We're not making the top 6. And with Bournemouth having a game in hand, if they win that, that's going to be tomorrow, isn't it? If they win that game in hand, we're dropping down to 8th place. They're away at Vicarage Road, and 7th might not be enough anyway, but we might not even get 7th at this rate. A terrible defeat, and when you look at the final run-in as well, 5 games to go. We're away at St James's Park, we're at home to Manchester City, home to Leicester, away against Arsenal, and at home to Stoke as well. There are some tough fixtures there, some very tough fixtures to come, particularly those City and Arsenal games. I don't think we're going to make the top 7. 7th might not be enough. We're probably not going to make it anyway. This is probably going to be our only season in Europe in this series so far. We're totally choking it. I'm really keen to ensure that our heads don't drop. Things haven't been going our way. We've got the ability in this squad to change our fortunes, and it seems like everyone is happy with that. So, well, apart from Ben Chilwell, well, he's leaving anyway, but still, hopefully a nice little morale boosting team talk will see us get the job done in Europe, because it's so strange how this season in the Premier League we've been so inconsistent for the vast majority of the season, but in Europe, our debut year in Europe, we've been pretty much perfect. Come on, Watford, do us a favour at Vicarage Road. We desperately need them to at least hold Bournemouth to a draw, and they've won by 3 goals. Now, I just did a fist pump in my living room. I'm celebrating results elsewhere on Football Manager. What has my life come to? But we're 3 points clear of Bournemouth still then. That's a fantastic win for Watford. We really needed that. Although they themselves aren't out of the European reckoning either. But we stay in 7th place then for now. But look at how tight it is right now between these 3 teams. 7th still might not be enough, but we're clinging onto it for dear life. So, second and final game of today's episode, and my word, do we need a win as we take on Benfica here at the Den in the first leg of our Europa League quarter-final tie. Now, a reminder of what Benfica's team is like. This is basically like Wonderkid City versus Wonderkid United. They've got some absolutely brilliant young talent at their team right now, and just a really good team in general. Figueroa is the left back I was looking at, and he made the switch to Benfica. I could have picked him up from River Plate, didn't do so. Kind of wish I did now. He looks brilliant. But they've got a very, very decent team. The star player for them is this guy right here, Ricardo Betanin, who I might try and sign in the summer. And we'll see what he does against us. 17 goals in 26 games in Portugal, and a 6'4". He's going to be a real handful tonight, no doubt. They've got a very good team, and this is going to be, without question, a really tough tie to get through. We did well to get through Marseille, we did well to get through FC Cologne, but this is going to be a very, very tough tie, especially with our really poor form. Now, we're not playing well with the 4-2-3-1, however, we will stick with it, because in Europe, we've won every single game but the last one, which was a draw. So undefeated with this system, so I will stick stick with it. But if we lose this game or fail to get the win anyway, I'm probably going to switch formation for the Newcastle game and try something different. There is a lot of changes to our lineup though, and it's an interesting team. We've got Lunin in goal, a back four of Chilwell, Jordan, Benjamin and Breeze. The back four and goalkeeper all changed. The midfield duo is now Dobby and Wanyama. The attacking midfield trio is the same, Louise, O'Reilly and Webster. But up top, our top scorer Benfica, who has 10 goals in Europa League this season. On the bench, Pekovic, Mauri, Ahumada remain, Menji, John Black and Redinaldo. So no club captain Marek Kuchar, who's been so inconsistent this season. Black's going to take his place on the bench instead, and let's see if we need the old reliable to come on and fire us to a win. Anyway, second game, it's Benfica. First leg, we need a good result. Let's get it. Come on. And God knows how I missed this guy as well. Panda. My goodness gracious me. Look at his stats on this Brazilian. 10 goals in 18 games for the national team as well. And he was signed from Corinthians a few years ago, and he's just lit up Portugal. Wow. I tell you what, if we keep a clean sheet in this game, I said against Liverpool I didn't want it. I didn't want a 0-0, but I'll take a 0-0 in this game to take back to Portugal, that's for sure. I'm going to say to the boys, a first leg win will do us the world good in this tie. Go out there and grab a win. Only one player's motivated, but we need a clean sheet tonight, that's for sure. With that sort of attacking prowess that Benfica possess, we really could do with a clean sheet. With a really poor run of form as well, we just need a good result to end this bad patch. Come on, you Lions. Big game. Let's get a big win. First highlight coming to Benfica. 1 minute in, Bustos takes it. And, Beitanin almost made it 1-0 straight away. But a big stop there by Lunin. Keeps it at 0-0. But Benfica off to a red-hot start as we anticipated. Wanyama with a tackle, not fully cleared. Lovely through ball there. Treveria now receives it and squeezes one off the post. But Ricardo turns it in. And 2 minutes in, we're a goal down here at the Den against Benfica. You know, I'm going to say it. It's our first season in Europe. It's going to be our only season in Europe for a while. We're just not good enough. Bustos on the ball, back to Pineda. Great tackle by Wanyama, but a great first time through ball by that star into Treviero. The shot off the post, and Lunin, why is he just standing there as Ricardo turns it in from a yard out? 1-0 down already. Dear oh dear, we're all over the place. Well, the clean sheet is gone then, 2 minutes in, and we must get a response now. We've got to score some goals tonight then. Otherwise, we're not going to make up the deficit in the second leg. Dobby to O'Reilly, into Louise. Louise with the through ball. Webster is there and squeezes it in, and Clinton Webster on just his second start since returning from injury gets us back on level terms. We cannot afford to lose this game tonight. And Webster says, forget Marek being the captain, give me the armband, despite my poor leadership stat, because I always stand up and deliver. Louise with the through ball into Webster. How many times this season have they combined and set each other up for goals? Well, there's another 1-1 back on level terms. Come on. And now we're starting to look like the Millwall of old. O'Reilly on the ball, floats one in. Webster! Oh, Clinton's done it again. You know what, next season, I think I might just give him the captain's armband. He's got 4 for leadership, but he always stands up when we need him. He's a true leader out there. Dorby on the ball, feeds it inside to Matt O'Reilly, takes a touch, whips one to the back stick, and Clinton with the header puts it in and turns the game on its head single-handedly. Give him the armband. 2-1, come on. I was fearing the worst as soon as we went down by a goal straight away, but we have responded and then some. In front for the first time tonight, and now we're looking for a third goal. Louise, Benka, I don't believe it, Louise to Benka. How did we start off so poorly when we're capable of playing like this? Louise with the assist is second of the game, and Julian Benka gets another in Europe, and as things stand, he is on course to win that Europa League Golden Boot. Louise to O'Reilly, lovely threaded ball that through the gap to play it through to Louise. Great across to the middle, across the ground, and Benka squeezed one in. 3-1, and this is exactly the sort of response we needed. Let's get some more goals and try and put daylight between the two teams. Come on. And now here come Benfica. Panda on the ball, gets around his man, goes through one-on-one and hits the post as Jordan scrambles it as well. Second time Benfica hit the woodwork, still 3-1. What a brilliant first half this has been. Every game in the Europa League this season has been fantastic. I think this should be the system we play in Europe, but domestically we switch to a different system to the end of the season because it's not working in the Premier League. But in the Europa League, no teams can handle the 4-2-3-1. But as we lead by 2, 53 minutes in, the one thing we can't afford to do now is capitulate, let Benfica get back in this game. Because, one away goal is not great, because they score 2 in Portugal, which they're more than capable of doing with their fantastic threat going forward, then they'll win. But if they get another away goal, then we're going to be in trouble heading back to Benfica with Ricardo on the ball finding Pineda. And here they come again, back out wide towards Kahneman. And now Bustos receives it, patiently looking for an opening in our back line, inside our half. That's a brilliant through ball though to Triviero down the right-hand side. Panda is there, and Panda squeezes one in. And right on cue, there is that second away goal. That right-back, Triverio, or right midfielder I should say, has caused us a lot of problems in this game. He sort of got the assist for the first goal, hitting one off the post, and then turned in from the rebound. And now he's got the assist officially with a nice little ball inside. And Panda, what a great first touch and a great finish as well. 3-2, and the game back on. To be fair, it's no less than Benfica deserve. They've played very well this evening, and they deserve to be back on level terms, really. And they might well be here, as Chilwell won it there. But the referee's given a penalty, and it's Triverio again, that number 2, and he's going to take the penalty as well. This guy right now is really causing us problems. I was talking about Panda and baiting him, but this guy's been a star, and as he smashes one in to complete what has been a brilliant performance, it's 3-3, and Benfica have come back from 2 goals down to tie it up on the night. And due to the away goal ruling, 3 goals shipped tonight at the Den. This is awful. Scrap the 4-2-3-1. If we don't win with it tonight, we're not using it again for the rest of the season. We're just not playing well right now in this system. Right, what I'm going to do is bring on Ahumada for Wanyama on a booking and play Bree in the ball in the midfield role, which he can do. He's played poorly at right back, so maybe switching positions might help him out here. And I think what I might do as well is take off O'Reilly, who's tiring out there. I'm going to bring on Romain, and I'm going to swap him and Dobby around, and hopefully we can get ourselves back in front in this game with 25 minutes to go, because this would not be a good result at all. 3-3, and I don't think we're getting through to the semis with these 3 away goals being shipped and being tied heading back to Portugal. Webster on the ball, finds Dobby, now playing further forward, out wide to Ahumada, just off the bench, and he tries to cross first time block, second one goes in, Benka flicks down, Dobby hits the crossbar, and cleared away by Benfica. What a tie! First leg, I should say, this has been 3-3, and 3 times tonight the woodwork has been struck, twice by our visitors, once by us. Can we get back in front here? Luis on the ball, turns his man, gets away, crosses, Benka is there, over the bar, come on! This game has been end to end, all out, it's been fantastic. And here is that right midfielder on the ball again, Triverio crossing, Panda flicks on, Ricardo is there, oh wow, what a sitter. Benfica should have been in front for the first time tonight, and we have been let off the hook and then some. What a big miss. 11 minutes to go, it's time for Black to come on, I think. We might well switch to the 4-2-4 here. And I think I'm going to do so, actually. Yeah, I'm going to take off Dobby and bring on John Black. Swap him and Benka around. Play him as a complete forward. And, well, it's now or never, really. I don't think that this result is good enough for us anyway. So we may as well lose this game by chasing a late winner to at least give us an advantage heading into the second leg. And there is a welcome sight if I've ever seen one. Triverio injured. He's been unbelievable in this game. Without question the best player on the pitch. But as we're still tied at 3-3, 2 minutes to go, I think that is probably going to do it. 5 minutes of stoppage time, but it is a highlight, and if Benfica win it here, that's it. It is definitely all over. Panda on the ball, back to Pineda, and now Bustos going for goal. Oh, whistles one just over the bar. Benfica tonight have been absolutely brilliant. I said this was going to be a really tough tie for us. I'm not one bit surprised. They've got an amazing team full of so much young talent. And I would go as far as saying they've been a better team tonight and have deserved the win, let alone the draw. But we're lucky just to be in the tie, heading back into the second leg. But here's Black, John Black, crossing, Luis! Yes, turns it in. Luis scores with a minute of stoppage time to go. We might well have won an absolute thriller here at the Den. It was 7 goals scored, and we've got the 4th one of the game coming from Luis. Benka to Webster. John Black. Seriously, he barely plays, but he always does something good. Whips one in. Luis's shot well saved initially, but first to react to the rebound. Turns it in. 4-3. Come on. What a big result this is going to be. Just our second win in 9 games in all competitions. Both of the wins coming in Europe as well. Black! John Black has done it again. I don't believe it. I don't know what to say. Millwall 5, Benfica 3. I gave him a nickname Reliable because he is. He never lets us down. Are you Brian Donnelly in disguise? Benka with the through ball. Latches onto it is John Black. Definitely onside. He's come off the bench with 10 minutes to go to get us 2 goals and scored a second one. John Reliable Black. I've never had a goal scorer in FM this consistent in limited minutes. Yeah, I've had goal scorers that have been consistent when they've been on the pitch every game, but he barely plays it. He always comes good, no matter how long he's on the pitch for. Right, oh my goodness, what an incredible end to the game. I'm very pleased with the result in your performance, not defensively, but going forward, 5 goals against this brilliant Benfica side. What a big first leg win that is then. And oh my goodness, we left it late. 2 goals in the final 2 minutes of stoppage time. But a big result to take back to Portugal. O'Reilly out for 3 days. That's okay. I'll make the second leg. And dear oh dear, that was incredible. One of the games of the series, no question. And what a big result. So that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. So big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. And we shall return in the next episode. I think, do you know what I might do? I think I might come back for the next 2 games against Newcastle and Benfica as well. Because right now the Premier League is so tight in the race for European football, for 7th place at least. I don't think I can skip any games really. So I think I'm going to come back straight back for the next episode with those 2 games right there. Newcastle and then Benfica away in the second leg of the Europa League quarterfinals. What an incredible tie that was, but we're still in a precarious position conceding those 3 away goals. Have a fantastic night though, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode, which hopefully won't be as dramatic very soon. Bye. Oh my.